Hey guys, Preston Murphy here, the team owner of the Harmon Murphy Group, powered by Keller Realty. So listen, not everyone likes numbers and statistics because, well, it's math, right? But as it relates to your home, which is arguably your most valuable asset, I believe you can learn to appreciate the importance of the data when you have more context for how it affects the value of your real estate. So in real estate, three main variables influence property values: gross domestic product, what we call GDP, unemployment, and inflation. So let's delve into each of them. So you've heard the term GDP, which stands for gross domestic product. In its most basic form, GDP answers the question, are people spending money? Ideally, we believe that our national economy is healthy when GDP is at 2%. We don't have the figures for the second quarter. However, we do know that GDP in the first quarter of this year was 2%. So to keep it short, our economy is buzzing along smoothly. So now let's review unemployment. Unemployment answers the question, do people have jobs? And right now, the answer to that question is a resounding yes. The target rate for unemployment is 6% or less, and we are currently experiencing record low unemployment levels. In fact, this graph from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics notates that the unemployment rate has never been better since 1990. So what do we know for sure? People have jobs and people are spending money. All good things for your home's value. Now for the culprit, and don't you just hate when I do that? The dreaded I word, inflation. Inflation answers the question, are people getting ahead or are they falling behind? People have jobs, people are spending money, but is their money going as far? So the answer to that question is no. The federal government believes that a healthy rate of inflation is 2%. You go to the store and buy a cup of coffee for $2, and next year you should expect to pay $2.04. However, if next year you have to spend $3 for that same cup of coffee, now we have a problem. You see, inflation can be the greatest threat to democracy, meaning that for most of you watching this video, you're driven, you're accomplished, you're successful people. You have great careers, and most of you do well financially speaking. You didn't particularly notice the ebbs and the flows of inflation until it reached 9% last June. Then you started to pay attention to everything you were buying, from gas to groceries to dining out. The Fed has taken steps to raise interest rates many times over the past 12 months with the sole mission of slowing down the economy and getting inflation back to 2%. And it's working. This past week, we learned that inflation is now back down to 3%. But while the rest of the economy is buzzing along, real estate is experiencing a slowdown because interest rates, as you know, are now hovering around 7%, substantially higher than they were last year. So throughout the Pensacola area, single-family home sales are down approximately 20% this year versus last year. And home values are basically stagnant. And for good reason, right? When you double interest rates to combat inflation, the monthly mortgage payment is significantly higher. And this decreases the number of potential buyers who can afford to buy your home. To make things more complex, many homeowners are opting to stay in their current home. In fact, they're saying, and they're looking up and going, well, Preston, why would I buy another home when I have a super low interest rate on this home? So looking ahead, the Federal Reserve Chairman, Jerome Powell, has indicated that interest rates will remain elevated for a prolonged period of time. This means we should not expect rate relief anytime soon. Understanding these economic factors can provide valuable insight into the current and future state of the real estate market. And as we navigate these challenges, you should stay informed and consider your options wisely. And that, my friends, is why you should work with me and my team. We are your economist of choice, and it is our job to help you make smart decisions.